welcome. I'm Devil Sniper and today I'm bringing you episode 18 of our career mode with Nottingham Forest. Now I normally go on about how close it is for us, but look at the top of the table. QPR, Leicester, Middlesbrough and Sheffield Wednesday all battling for that title and that automatic position. It is so tight throughout the top 7, top 8 in this division. It really is such a competitive division. And we start off today's episode with a very tough home game against Leicester City, against a team second in the table. Poor Lansbury still looking under pressure. Or is that a little bit of concentration? The boy's been playing so well all season, to be honest. He's taken everything in his stride. He earned that captain's armband with some amazing performances, and he hasn't let me down all season. Like most of the lads, they haven't really let me down. You know, we've had our off days, which I think is something you can't really vie for, and something you have to expect when you're playing on Legendary. You know the boys are going to let you down every now and then. But overall, they've been really fantastic. Nugent tries to play a nice ball through there, but thankfully Darlow was well and truly alert to the situation and pulls off quite a simplistic save in the end. But Lansbury with a fantastic ball into Abdoun. Abdoun tries to go for the cross shot, but Kasper Schmeichel is equal to the opportunity. A ball into Lafondra. He wins the aerial battle, keeps the ball on the deck, cuts inside, left foot, doesn't get enough power on the shot, and it's a simple save for Kasper Schmeichel, who is not as good as his dad in my opinion, but is definitely a good keeper. Nugent just walks through the Forest defence as if they don't even exist, like a hot knife through butter, and then he sprays the ball completely wide. I mean, fantastic run by the lad, but how he sprayed it wide, I do not know, and I'm sure his manager will be having a very harsh word in his ear at half-time. So the half-time score was 0-0. And I've got to say, against a team second in the division, they're second in the division for a reason. They don't play negative football. They play very good attacking football, and they're very direct. They will go for it, and they will gun for you, and they will create opportunity after opportunity. So 0-0, I was very, very happy with. A great cross swung into the back post. Unfortunately, the header didn't match the cross, and no need for Darlow to be called into action. But Lansbury with a beautiful ball again into Abdoun. Abdoun into the box. A great header by Lafondra, and somehow Kasper Schmeichel keeps the ball out. I do not know how he managed to do that. Absolutely fantastic. I decided to make a few changes. I brought on Mackie. I brought on Dexter Blackstock. Blackstock hasn't really got too many games this season, but when he's come on, he's always done a really good job for me as Darlow makes a Superman-like save. Absolutely fantastic. The ball comes to Lafondra. Lafondra tried to knock it forward, and unfortunately we couldn't keep ourselves onside, which was frustrating. In fact, it was the full-time whistle. Trying to give some false hope there, but there's no need, because at the end of the day, a point against Leicester is actually a decent point. In reflection, it's a decent point. Now, Gazagana comes to me and says, look, I'm totally fine, Gaffer. I am spot on. I haven't actually had anything official from the physio team, but I did check him out. I gave him a fitness test pre-match, and he is 100% fine. There's no, hopefully there won't be any reoccurrence of that injury. He's in 100% shape, so he will be starting for us today against Millwall. Hopefully we will be dishing defeat to Millwall. Not a fan of Millwall. I really do dislike them greatly is the safest way to say it, and the politest way to say it. But it is actually Millwall who start the brighter of the two sides. A poor defensive header. The ball looks like it was going out, but we decided to head it back into play. Millwall have the opportunity, but unfortunately their forwards don't quite understand the offside trap and they're offside. But the ball is down on the right-hand side with Garner. Great cross in. Lafondra came in a little bit too late, unfortunately, otherwise that would have been a spectacular goal. But Patterson, utilising his pace and ability down the right-hand side, looks to pay the ball across. He does into Lafondra, and that's a simple header. The Millwall keeper started to come. He came 3 yards, stopped, and made it so much more easier for Lafondra at the back post, just sort of 5 yards out. Great header. The defender didn't know what hit him. He got caught wrong side, and that is a fantastic goal from Lafondra, who's been scoring goals prolifically all season, in my opinion, and doing a great job up top, a sterling job up top for us all season. He's kept Blackstock out the side. He's kept Coxey frustrated, who's had to adopt a left wing role. But Abdoun breaking forward, pulls the shot off, and a great save, unfortunately, by the Millwall goalkeeper. But we were definitely dominating this game, bossing this game in our normal fashion. A ball played through into Lafondra. Lafondra has to weld at his feet, crosses the ball. Unfortunately, we don't meet the header. Great defensive play there by Millwall. And the half-time score would be Millwall 0, Nottingham Forest 1. And we're looking like we could grab those 3 important points, those 3 massive points that we do need at this moment in time to make sure we edge our way in the battle for the playoff positions. We kick off in the second half. I decided not to make any changes. I was thinking about making a change to Lahai. He did have a slight injury. but it looked like it was nothing major, so I kept him on the pitch. Hopefully that's the right decision. It won't come back to haunt me. Millwall started the brighter of the two sides, but the header was nothing more than a simple save for Darlow. And the ball with Eric Lahai breaking forward, a bursting run, plays the ball through to Lafondra. Lafondra just lacked that yard of pace. I think he misread the situation, didn't realise that Eric Lahai was going to play through such a great ball, and yeah, just completely misread it. But a direct ball forward from Darlow into Patterson. Patterson breaking into the box, crosses the ball, but it's a great defensive tackle there by Millwall, unfortunately. Lansbury with the ball, spreading the play into Abdoun. Abdoun with a delightful ball over the top, into Lansbury. Lansbury with the left foot strike into the bottom corner. That is an absolutely sensational finish. Great 1-2, beautiful ball over the top, and the first time left foot strike into that bottom corner was absolutely sublime. That is an absolute peach of a goal. The Millwall keeper had no chance of saving that, and Millwall were opened like a can of beans in a simple fashion to give us the 2-0 lead, and that's what the final score would be. Nothing really happened in the final closing minutes, and we managed to hold on for the 2-0, and that is a huge 3 points in my personal opinion, and a deserved 3 points in my personal opinion. You can look at the statistics. Millwall had 6 shots with 2 on target. We had 5 with 5 on target. We had the least amount of possession, 40% compared to Millwall's. But at the end of the day, if you don't stick the ball in the back of the net, it doesn't matter if you have 100% of the possession. You ain't going to win jack shit. Looking at the league table, you know, we're still there or thereabouts. It's really going to be extremely close at the end of this season. I'm telling you, it's going to go down to the absolute bloody wire. It really will go down to the wire. At this moment in time, I am shitting a brick at how close it's going to be. I just hope we can edge it and get into those playoffs. Anyway, it's time for a squad report. It feels like we haven't done a squad report for quite a while. Darlow hasn't gone up, but our boy Eric Lahai's gone up. He's looking good. He's looking good. He's a good little fullback, to be fair. Jamal is a revelation, in my personal opinion. Absolutely fantastic centre-back, and well worth picking up if you're playing career mode, of course. Gaza Gardner is starting to grow. He's gone up with the +3. He's got onto the 71. He's broken that 70 boundary, which I love. Lansbury, oh, I've got nothing to say about Lansbury. Apart from he's a bloody talisman and absolutely epic. I love and adore him. Adam Lafondra, of course, he is just a prolific goal scorer for us at this moment in time. 17 goals in 35 games, I think is absolutely fantastic. Literally 1 goal every 2 games is not a bad ratio. 16 in 33 in the league, 1 in 1 in the Capital One Cup, and he didn't score in the FA Cup. I think he played a cameo role in the FA Cup. I'm not 100% sure. I can't quite remember the cup game. That was against Colchester. I don't think he played. I think he was on the bench. Anyway, Coxey, 6 goals this season. Probably feels like the one who's been sort of frozen out slightly. I have utilised him on the left wing at times, or even on as a lamb at times, because he just can't break into the striker role, because, to be honest with you, Lafondra is just too good at this moment in time. You know, why would you change it? If it's not broken, don't fix it at the end of the day. So hopefully we will keep the goals coming in with Lafondra. The rest of the boys are growing. You know, so Jacob Mellors, he's growing. Jamie Patterson is starting to go up. He's such a good player. I'm really enjoying using Patterson. He's a really, really good player. I just wish I could convert some more of his opportunities into goals. Would be sensational. But he's doing a paramount job for me personally. Obviously, Mackey's doing quite well. He hasn't done too much overall. Blackstock's had a few games. You know, he's a good cameo role player. A few of the lads near the bottom, we're not really interested in, unfortunately. I'm just not going to get into the side. But, you know, that's just the way the cookie crumbles, unfortunately. We've got a lad out on loan who I'm not really interested in. Mayuski hasn't had a game for a couple of weeks. Just being out of form and not able to get into the side. It's that competitive at this moment in time. Anyway, I will catch you later.
I used to dream about cars and things, about being a star and things. I thought that